Hello, friends. It's me again. And it's time once again for a story. This is from our friend Roku, and I'm excited because Roku just wrote us this wonderful little series, so here's another part. This is Memoirs of a Beard Magnet 4. Two creepy teachers. Oh dear. Hello again, Moonhorse. Hello. And the rest of the family. I'm always so glad to hear people's stories and share my own with this warm and wonderful community, whose group personality reflects on its creator and presenter. I appreciate all of you. Oh, well, I appreciate all of you as well, and that was very nice of you to say. All the names in this story are changed for obvious reasons. 7th grade came with a daily bus ride to a combination junior high and high school 20 miles away, with a total enrollment of about 200 students. I hadn't seen some of them since I was about 5, and it was fun to catch up with the area gossip, sports stories, and the prospect of our first school events as our fitful, secretive hormones started sputtering to life. New teachers, too, legends in the mind's eye, from stories passed down by older siblings, and now I'd entered into the realm of the older brothers and sisters, joining their legacy and the land of those demigods known as the cool kids. I really like your writing. I didn't become automatically cool, or even less geeky, but I had a good time in my awkward, accepting, happy way, and even started to develop an adolescent figure that winter, the appearance of which I was the last to realize. I had a new friend whose family bought a former church on the edge of the river to use as a house. That sounds awesome. I always wanted to do that. Carrie was 14, but she looked about 20 with straight golden brown hair and a way with makeup that enhanced the illusion of maturity. She was constantly crushing on one of the young teachers, Mr. Gund, in his first year as an instructor. We'd hang out at her place, try on makeup, while I listened to her fantasies about this man, many of which were explicit and way too advanced for a 14-year-old in my opinion. I often laugh it off nervously and change the subject. Yeah, that reminds me of the teacher crush community that's on Tumblr, and don't look that up. Ugh. As the year went on, Carrie and I became busier in different directions. I with some other friends who also liked Star Trek, bikes, and horses, while Carrie refined her makeup and clothing routine and continued to physically mature far beyond the rest of us. Towards the end of the school year, another friend and I noticed the unusual behavior with one of the middle-aged high school teachers, Mr. Gleason. He would often be in the junior high hall at lunchtime for no real discernible reason. He'd make a point to talk to us, always friendly. We thought he was just a nice guy. When I told my older sister, who had already graduated, about this, she told me that he was a creep and that I shouldn't talk to him. One sunny day in May, when everyone else was outside during lunch break, my friend and I came in to use the restroom, and there was Mr. Gleason down at the end of the hall. He just smiled at us and walked off around the corner. We went to the girls' bathroom and discovered a beautiful, crisp, clean, brand new, extra-long cigarette carefully laid on the handles of the sink. Being young opportunists, we thought we had just some good luck, so we took the cigarette. We finished what we came there to do and walked out with the cigarette hidden in the wires of my notebook so we could sneak behind the gym and smoke it a few minutes before the last bell. Suddenly, there was Mr. Gleason right outside the bathroom door, holding his hand out with a stern look. "All right, you two, I know you were in there. Now hand it over before you get into trouble." We were petrified. I gave him the cigarette as we started to sweat, thinking all the things our parents would say or do if he called them and told on us. He looked around, put the cigarette inside his shirt pocket, and then nodded towards his combination science lab and office around the corner, and he said, "It's all right. You know how bad smoking is for you. I think you've learned your lesson. Would you like to see the lab?" Why am I getting incredibly nervous? We were being offered salvation. He was our friend after all. He was going to reward us with mercy, and we grasped at it even when he said, "This has to be our little secret." Oh no, oh god, oh no, all the fucking no. The lights were off in the lab with only a little daylight coming in from one of the windows in the far end of the room. For a moment, I felt like something was too weird about this. Yeah, you and me both. But when he turned on the plasma ball, my brain flipped straight into geek mode, and my eyes on the glowing purple electricity drawn to my fingers through the sphere. I'm happy to say, whatever he had been planning, he either chickened out, had a moment of conscience, or maybe the setup was for someone else all along and we had merely spoiled the bait. I don't know. He just reminded us again about secrecy and let us out of the room just in time to go in class with the other students at the bell. Carrie, though, was having a different experience that year, while I had been paying attention to other friends and not really to her. One evening, she and I caught up after 2 months of only seeing each other passing in the halls. While we had pizza and did each other's hair, she started to tell me about intimate physical details about Mr. Gunn's body. Oh no. Oh no. Sometimes the secrecy code among middle school friends is too strong for our own benefit, and while it was disturbing, I didn't talk to anyone about Carrie and what obviously was going on. That summer, Mr. Gunn's car would sometimes be parked at her house when her parents were both working. Oh my god. And by August, she was pregnant. I felt like it was partially my fault for not saying anything, and I still kind of feel that way, to be honest. I moved away from there before she had the baby, so I only heard about what happened when Carrie's mother called my mother. Carrie, whose body was still growing up, was paralyzed from the waist down for 2 weeks after giving birth at age 15. Carrie never told her parents who the father was, and for some reason, no one thought to ask me. Maybe everyone assumed she would never tell a single friend, but I was glad in my moral cowardice to not have been responsible for giving the information out. Silence and inaction is how creeps like this get away with it, so please, don't be like me. Get help from trustworthy adults, even if you think your friend might never speak to you again. Oh, boy. Wow. You know, of all the places I thought this was going to go, I didn't think it was going to be that one. Oh, holy shit, dude. Yeah, though, absolutely. That last part, do not be silent about things like that. Absolutely tell someone. That, oh my god. Fuck that guy. Seriously. Fucking creepy child molesting piece of shit. Fucking hate people like that, man. It's fucking disgusting. It's horrible. I fucking... Do I even need to go into detail about how much I fucking hate that? Like, how angry I am right now and how disgusted I am? Like, just feel the bile in the back of my throat, you know what I'm saying? Just, god damn, that is fucked up. That is unbelievably fucked up. What a piece of shit. What an absolute abhorred piece of shit. You know, both of them. I know that the first one, I know that with the whole science lab thing, he was actually planning something. Just the way that was set up, it was too planned out. It was too specific. And that's... I don't know what exactly the plan was, you know, and hopefully no one ever knows what the plan was. I hope that never actually follows through in any way, shape, or form. But holy shit, man. That fucking gunned. That guy. What a fucking creep. What an absolute piece of shit. You know, when I was in junior high, I wasn't a part of this group. I didn't really know about this specifically, but there was a teacher that we didn't find out until later who was doing something very similar. Now, I had no connection to this person. I think I was in like one of his classes once, and even then I didn't really pay a lot of attention because I really hated school. So I had no idea. Most people I don't think did. But when that came out, it was like a huge fucking deal. People were pissed and angry and just overwhelmed that someone you could trust like that would abuse that kind of fucking trust and do that to fucking children. Like, what the fuck is wrong with that guy? What the actual fuck is wrong with that guy? I hope he's in prison. No, better. If he's in prison, I hope he's somebody's best friend, if you know what I mean. Or, you know, buried somewhere, if you understand that meaning, too. And again, if this is one of those things that YouTube would get mad at me over, don't defend fucking child molesters, YouTube. Fuck off. Just, wow. Wow, man. That's fucking horrible. Yeah, no. This, what you said is absolutely true, though, Roku. Do not be quiet about these things. I know that there's not a lot of young people who listen to this show, and rightfully so. I mean, listen to the way I talk. But if you are, and you think something like this is going on, you know, talk to somebody. Tell somebody. This kind of shit is not okay. Like, I have seen in a lot of posts, because I read a lot of, you know, creepy PM posts and stuff like that from Reddit. I don't make a lot of videos about it, but they are on my Reddit feed. And I have seen that more and more young people have taken up, like, calling out people like that, which, on one hand, is fantastic. It's amazing that they know enough to defend themselves and to say, like, you know, hey, fuck off, no, go away, you know, and I'm very glad for that, but it kills me that they have to be that defensive. You know, it's like, you shouldn't have to put up with that. That just shouldn't be a thing that they should have to put up with. That's fucked up. It's horrible. But at the same time, I'm glad that they are both equipped, capable, and skilled enough to tell these creeps to fuck off and to know to get help if they need to. That's very important. But the amount of times that I have to see it happen, and, you know, it's you know, it's Reddit feeds, so it's probably, you know, it's people from all over, so it's probably not nearly as much as I'm thinking, but at the same time, even one is too many, you know? Like, it's just not okay. It's just not okay. And you guys know me, I hate fucking creeps like that. I hate fucking pedos, I hate those fucking creeps, and I hope they're... Certain things, you know, you're not allowed to say on the internet, but you know I'm thinking it. You know what I'm thinking. So, gee, just, yeah, no. The internet can sometimes be a terrifying place, but reality can also be just as terrifying. So be very careful out there, everybody. I don't want any of you to get hurt. I love you all so very much. I really don't, like, God, it's just fucked up, man. It's just fucked up. There's no other way to describe it other than that is horribly, unequivocally fucked up, you know, just... Wow. So, I guess we're just going to end the video. I usually do an outro, but not when things hit this hard. You guys, you understand. Just be careful out there. That's all I really want. It's for all of you to be careful and to be safe. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.